Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here. Got another Skyforge video for you guys today. This one's going to be taking a look at our first steps into battle with the starting quests. But before we get down to the main part of the video, I do want to say a big thank you and congratulations to Sir Binks, our Skyforge Founders Pack giveaway winner. Sir Binks, all you gotta do is check your YouTube inbox. I've already sent you a message with your Founders Pack giveaway key. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching and supporting the channel. That being said, we are also doing another Founders Pack giveaway on this video. Same rules apply. Like if you enjoyed the video, comment with some thoughts about Skyforge. Be sure to subscribe to see more and share to help the video and the channel grow. Alright guys, so what you're seeing right now is sort of the end of the introduction to how you queue up for these adventures, these quests, these dungeons, and it's all through this big data hub right here. You're looking at the world and you're saying, okay, what's in trouble? You're basically in this big immortal base, the immortal HQ, and it is your job as an immortal to assist the mortal world with whatever plights they're going through, right? So you take a look at this big old world and say, oh, they're over there. They're under attack. They need help. So then you jump right in and save them. That's the kind of the RP aspect to it. The sort of from the perspective of a player, what does this mean? It means that a lot of these adventures that you're going on are going to be instanced. So you will select an instance to enter, and you'll go and accomplish all the goals that you need to. So there's not a lot of open world. There's not a lot of traveling around, walking through the world like you may normally experience in an MMO. But I don't find this to be a problem at all. I feel like it fits in really well with the idea of what you are. You are an immortal. You live up in this big base, like I said. Your job is to help the mortal world with whatever troubles they find themselves in. And whenever you select the mission, you're going to port down into the world and help them out. So it makes sense to me. It doesn't bother me at all. So this is our very first mission ever. And as you'll see in a little bit, it's got a lot of different aspects to it. There's just destroying certain amounts of enemies, certain types of enemies. There are destroying their little bases where they spawn out of, destroying things that are valuable to our enemies. And of course, there's fighting one of their leaders near the end. And it's all doesn't really seem like you have to do it in any particular order. You have a lot of freedom in terms of what you want to do. Obviously, there's also the little HUD in the top right side of the game where it kind of walks you through your quest progression and whatnot. Also, giving you still some tips in terms of, okay, so this is the first time playing this game. Maybe you'd like to try out some of the Berserker combat basics. Try these combos out. And you'll see me trying it out, and I'll end up doing flips and stuff, which is pretty cool. So what I'm doing right now is I'm running around the map, trying to find these little groups of Verd, destroy them utterly, and also knock down their little emblems of conquest that they've tried to lay claim to this world with. So we're not having that. Plus, you can see there, as I'm trying to use my abilities, I'm trying to experiment with this stuff, but whenever I'm in battle, you also see a little D key pop up, and there's a lot going on right now, so I'm not pressing that immediately, but that's like a little active execute button. It's pretty sick, and I need to start using that more later on in the gameplays. I've actually posted some gameplays later on than this. I learned to use that a little bit better. Right now, it's also giving you a little quick look at your inventory. Now, all of these things are fairly familiar to an MMO player, but I do think it's cool to go through and learn how Skyforge approaches this kind of stuff, and it does seem to have a really unique feel to it, and I like that a lot. But right now, I'm charging in there, using my abilities, using my big old thundering smash with my right click, and also trying to use my whirlwind bladestorm looking thing to AoE as many of the mobs down. And then once I clear out the little mobs, I'm able to focus most of my damage, most of my combos on the one stronger mob remaining, which is, I think that's how it goes. I think the game definitely tries to let you know that there are different kinds of mobs, and they'll actually have little icons above their head letting you know what kind there are. So the ones with the little 3 dots are the kind of mobs that they're mostly just AoE-able. You clear them out, they're just part of a pack. Other mobs have what looks like a dagger above their head, which lets you know that they deal extra damage. But as I said, you guys will learn about this stuff as you go. I'm still learning about this stuff as I go, so that's all part of the fun for me. The main thing I'm doing right now, when I'm just, exploring these first quests, is how does the combat feel? How does the game look? Is it responsive? Is it fun? And yeah, this is a free-to-play MMO, but it does feel really good. I think the game looks great. It plays well. I think the combat style is fun. And of course, for a player like me who really loves MMOs, this is just a really fun experience to check out our new MMO, see what it's like, see how the game is presenting itself to me, get the overall feel of the game, but also those classic MMO elements where, you know, you're making your character, you're taking him out into the world for the first time, you're getting your first pieces of gear upgrades, you're seeing, you know, your character become more powerful with respect to your environment. And that's a really fun feeling for me. And if you guys are like me and love MMO games, then I think Skyforge is definitely one that's worth checking out, especially because it's free. I do have those links in the description if you guys want to start up an account for free. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we're also doing a Skyforge Founders Pack giveaways on the video, so all you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe, and share for that. No big deal. But it looks like we found a pretty tough enemy here. Like I said, some of the enemies do have like a dagger icon above their head, which lets me know this guy does some serious damage. And as you can see, I'm not being a heads-up MMO player and moving out of this slash attack that he's doing, and it's doing a number on my health bar. But luckily, there are little orbs that you just saw me pick up there that spawn during combat, which do give you some health regen. I have to keep a look at it and see if it does regen your combat resource. I don't think it does. I think it's mostly just health. So if you guys are doing battle in Skyforge and you're noticing your health is dipping a little bit low, go ahead and look around. There should be some little orbs that you can pick up, so it'll allow you to stay in the fight. Now, this is the big boy right here. This is the guy that I was supposed to slay. I got to be very careful about this guy, especially because he has a couple health bars and definitely will do a lot of damage if I'm not careful. Right off the bat, I'm using my little 3 main attack, then jump spin, the basic combo that it's been trying to teach me throughout this early part of the game. However, one of the things that if you are a berserker, one of the things that you want to keep in mind is that dropping an early just straight up right click attack on your opponent does apply a debuff that makes them take more damage. It's just one of the things that I've learned from playing the game a little bit. See, I'm using my dodge. I notice that my health is getting a little bit low. I'm going to try to sort of slink around the outside of this battle right here, pick up a few of these health globes, and then get back in the mix. So I like that about Skyforge, that you know, these fights are going to involve you taking quite a bit of damage in your health, especially if you're not moving out of the way of things like I am. And I imagine that later on there may be less health orbs on the ground, so you got to be a little more careful. But the fact that you're encouraged to, you know, get in there, do some battle, take some damage, and look for these health orbs to stay in the fight, I think that's a kind of a cool way of doing things. It makes the fight feel more active. You know, you're not taking so much damage you have to run away and heal completely. You know, you're not taking so little damage that you don't have to worry about your health bar at all. You are in the fight, you are taking damage, but you're able to regen off of those health globes. I think it's like a neat little aspect to how the game plays out. So after we killed the big boy, I've got all these quests that I can turn in, but you know me. I've got a freaking 2-handed chainsaw on my back. I don't want to turn in quests yet. I got to make sure I kill everything around me first. So I'm getting my quest rewards now. You're getting some currency in the form of credits. You get a little bit of gear. But since this quest line is sort of an extension of the tutorial, I've also learned a new skill. And you can see it pop up on my bar, and the game is also prompting me to go in and learn that new skill. But rather than dealing with more menus right now, I'm just going to deal some battle. I'm going to walk up here, and I see that my new skill is on my button 3. I don't know, why don't we just give it a try? And it's a stabbing chainsaw move, and I have to hold it down. And if I do hold it down, it'll actually deal quite a bit of damage. Also got another new talent, so this little quest zone is helping me get my first look at a lot of different talents, and I finally pressed that execute button, and it was beautiful. So, in a minute here, maybe I'll press my... Looks like I did press my K key during that fight, which helped me learn my new skill. So excellent. Here we go. That's the little chainsaw ability, which is awesome. So far the Berserker is exactly what I'm looking for. An absolute brawling beast with really neat skills. He's got an execute. He's got a chainsaw stab. He does some jump flips. This guy is definitely the character that I want to play. And if you guys want to play this guy too, like I said, he is available through the Founders Pack, so make sure you guys enter into that giveaway. But even if you don't have the Founders Pack, even if you're just going to start the game, download it for free and start playing, this character is unlockable. The Berserker class is unlockable. All you got to do is farm up enough resources, farm up enough experience to unlock him. But I'm glad that I'm able to check him out firsthand, because he definitely is an awesome character. And it's also okay if not everybody can unlock him instantly, because you guys can watch my Berserker gameplay while leveling up a class of your own, and get a more in-depth idea of the game in general. So, I don't know, kind of a bright side if you're really wanting to play the Berserker, I suppose. But overall, even though I haven't poured a ton of time into Skyforge at this point, you know, I've got a lot of fun games to play. I like to joke that that's like my biggest problem right now. Is too many fun games, so little time. But that being said, with the amount of time I have played Skyforge, I've really enjoyed it. I mentioned this earlier in the video, that it's just got a good feel to it. That's one of the main things. I love MMOs, and, you know, getting into an MMO for the first time is a really fun experience for me. But not all MMOs have the right vibe, you know? I think Skyforge has a really good one. I think the graphics are really pretty. I think the combat flows nicely. I think they're definitely onto something in terms of the way that they're designing these battles, with allowing you to get in there, mix it up a little bit, have a good amount of mobility, decide which enemies that you want to kill with your single target attacks. You know, definitely gives you plenty of AoE abilities if you want to use those. Gives you some active abilities to use in terms of executes, and I'm sure a lot of different classes have these aspects to them. So they're unique in their abilities, but obviously I imagine there's some sort of cohesiveness with how the fights flow and how these classes behave. And that's one of the things I want to do in the future, is even though I have the Berserker class, and that's like obviously the kind of class that I want to play, I most likely will want to check out some other classes, because this is a free-to-play MMO. You have the option to switch your class at any time and level up any class at any time. So I imagine I'll be doing that as I go. Like I said, the Berserker class really looked cool to me, so I wanted to give him a try initially. But we did eventually finish this quest. I'm gonna go talk to this guy, let him know that we destroyed all the guys we needed to kill. We destroyed the big boy that was commanding these Verd troops. We destroyed their little burrows. We knocked down their little emblems of conquest, and now we're gonna get our sweet, sweet loot rewards. And it's sort of also helping walk you through what to do with your loot, because this is a new game. I mean, I am an MMO player, but even then, you know, you still have a lot to learn about how this particular game handles loot, how this particular game handles quest rewards, you know, what these things are. So I have all these weapons, and like, am I supposed to sell them? Spoiler alert, one of the things that you can do is actually break these weapons down into materials that you can use to make your character stronger, which I think is awesome. You know, farming quests, collecting items, breaking them down to make your character more powerful is an awesome idea. Really enjoy that. And I've been seeing a lot of comments from my viewers who have been playing Skyforge saying that they absolutely are hooked on this game, have poured tons of hours into it already, and I can definitely see how that is. Character progression is a core aspect of any MMO game, and I think Skyforge definitely brings something unique to the table, and it's something that I definitely want to explore more in the future. Definitely looking forward to posting more videos about this game. If you guys enjoy the Skyforge videos, like I mentioned before, please be sure to leave it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, you know, about what your thoughts are, what you'd like to see more of. Be sure to subscribe. I will be posting more Skyforge videos in the future, in addition to all the other videos that I've been posting as well. Like I said, there are a whole lot of fun games, and I'm having a blast checking them all out. One of the coolest things about Skyforge is it is free. Like I said before, there are links in the description if you want to give Skyforge a try. We're doing giveaways for the Skyforge Founders Packs, so it's really easy to either play together, or at least have you guys play alongside me in these videos. Check out Skyforge. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll even be getting a guild going here pretty soon. But that is going to bring us to the end of this video. Just want to remind you guys one more time about the Skyforge Founders Pack giveaway. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Best of luck, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!